Nice tie. Did you buy it here?
What the F is
It's
this?
been a long time since someone spoke to me. No one these days ever tries to see me.
They can see what's far in the distance, but are blind to what's in front of them. No. Maybe they're only pretending not to see. That's what civilized society does to people.
Exactly. Ever since mankind got their hands on civilization, they zoomed away at a frightening speed.
Zoomed away from what?
Don't be a fool. You know the answer. As for me, just call me Hunga.
Hunga. Title given to a leader in a certain religion. Is that what you are?
Do you comprehend the Oracle?
The Oracle. Put on your religion hat, Zach. Here we go.
Roll a religion check.
Felton maidens, in the shrine of hunger, find the flying serpent in the ambiguous zero. Dance with the flying serpent, and you will glimpse the other world.
10 maidens and an ambiguous 0. Got it. But what do you mean by other world?
Follow the Oracle.
That seems like an old plantation owner.
Zach, did you hear all that? Looks like we've already taken our first step into chaos. But such is our duty. We need to accept the chaos, let it inside, then carefully dismantle it piece by piece. And after we've put all the pieces back into their rightful places, the truth will reveal itself. Let's capture the truth and present it with a shiny pair of silver bracelets, Zach.
Okay, so I have a couple thoughts. For one thing, I was worried because, according to anime, black people don't exist. Japan is not great about representation of, particularly when stories occur in America, having an actually diverse cast. So I was really worried when Swery was like, I'm going to write a whole game that takes place in New Orleans. Would he have black characters? And B, would they be portrayed well? David seems pretty interesting and fun so far. I'm really glad David's here. I am relieved that the first two characters we have met in New Orleans are both black. At least, like, the representation exists. I do not know enough about Louisiana and like New Orleans and the culture there to know when things like Baron Samedi imagery is being portrayed accurately or respectfully. I won't talk too much about that. I'm not going to call it out as racist. I'm also not going to say, what a great character Hungan is. I don't know enough to know how well that's being portrayed. So I'm not going to speak too much about how I feel about that character. I just want to say I am already a bit relieved that the first two characters we have met in New Orleans are black, because when Japanese writers take on stories that take place in America, that's not always the case. Anyways, let's inspect this buffalo. We'll probably
So
respect it
here's
as well. I'm not
another
going to do
perfect
anything to
symbol
it.
of the human condition. Hunting trophies. And it's a buffalo hunting trophy. Now that's a surprise.
Yeah, you don't see too many buffalo in Louisiana.
I've seen several trophies made out of human skin, but
What?
never a buffalo.
Wait, what?
Looking at him brings out this strange feeling from within me. Yes, the very same feeling I got when watching a certain
Man,
film
they're
from
going all out with the
1984,
movie trivia, and I
directed
love
by
it. I'm so
Myers.
happy it's here. But
2010.
all out.
The last scene in that film filled me with such a sublime, majestic feeling. It was filled with everything that was missing from the finale of
Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't that the
2001: Space
sequel?
Odyssey.
Yeah, in case you didn't know, I think there are 2 sequels to 2001.
Just talking about it makes me want
Also,
to watch it again.
I call out the dumb Kubrick movies. 2001 is still good, but I love that York has already dunked on Clockwork Orange and 2001.
Let's watch it once we get home.
I'm not a huge Kubrick fan. The Shining was really good, but aside from that, I don't think I've actually enjoyed watching any of his movies. And even movies that are dramas and aren't supposed to be, like, funny, you should still get out of the movie theater being like, wow, that was a really good movie. But instead, I usually just feel uncomfortable after a Kubrick movie. Yeah, saving often will make your investigation, definitely help your investigation more smoothly. Yes, please. Alright, hang on, I'm gonna check texts, because it's the middle of the day. Alright, we're back. Alright, other thoughts I've been having. This game is so clearly written for Deadly Premonition fans. And I'm effing loving it. Like, if you haven't played Deadly Premonition 1, even though the story isn't, like, connected super closely, I feel like you'd be pretty lost as to what's happening. The game does kind of expect you to know who York is and what his deal is and who Zack is. It's kind of operating under the assumption that you know all that. In fact, in the title screen, I almost would have expected a here's what happened in Deadly Premonition 1 if you missed it. So I guess I can understand if critics who haven't played all the way through the first one and don't remember the story are like, what the F is this? This is dumb and stupid. It is dumb and stupid, and that's why I effing love it. And as a very big Deadly Premonition fan, I am loving it. They brought back Robert Abrahams! Like, you don't need that attention to detail, but they put it in there. I love it. Alright, let's look at this map and try to figure out why, in the name of God, would this town be called the Square.
Zack, this is Lucara. I think I'm finally starting to understand what our concierge was trying to say. You can tell this town was built by a very methodical person. No, wait. Maybe they just didn't care, and that's why it ended up this way. It's just another symbol of mankind's obsession with molding nature to fit our own rules.
We figured it out. I love that we're in the Casa Pineapple.
Zack, what did you think of Hungun's oracle? Despite all the dramatic build-up, it's little more than a childish riddle. Heartwarming, really. Exactly the kind of feeling one gets from a good old-fashioned countryside.
Oracle Decryption.
Now let's start by tracking down those 10 maidens. The oracle gave us a place and an act. We need to go to the Shrine of Hunger and fell 10 maidens. Now where in this town can one satiate their hunger? The hotel and where? And the 10 things that need to be knocked down. Simple, right?
Bowling. Bowling! It's bowling. Aha!
The shape of the bowling pin was based on the feminine form.
Is that
The
true?
10 maidens are the 10 pins. But a place where someone
can't
can
effing
both
believe.
eat and bowl at the same time. I'm skeptical as to whether we'll be able to find such a place in a backwoods town like this.
Swery posted a video yesterday, the day Deadly Premonition 2 came out, and it was 3 minutes of the Life is Beautiful music, and him and his monkey stuffed animal, Sharpova, or so, it's a name, Sharapova, I think, just wiping down a bowling ball for 3 minutes. That was the entire video. And then at the very end, he does like the granny roll down the alley and gutters. And the description just says, look closely, or something like that. And go and guess the diner and lane is where we can bowl and get food, York. But I'm curious if there's going to be a secret, or if that was literally just, hey, you gotta go to the bowling alley at some point in Deadly Premonition 2. Like, I don't know what that video is supposed to mean. But yeah, basically the launch video for Deadly Premonition 2 was Swery polishing a bowling ball.
Alexis's diner and
Also, I kind of like, again, I don't know enough about the culture to know if this is respectful or not, but I do kind of like the skull with the top hat symbols.
This is it, Zach. There are even pins and a bowling ball on the sign. I bet we'll be able to eat some Cajun cuisine and bowl there. Maybe even both at the same time. Nice job, Zach. I knew you'd be able to find it. Now for the other oracle. There's no flying serpent on this map.
But there is a river.
Could it be a contrail or perhaps a dragon? I'm sure we'll find out later. First, let's just figure out where we need to go. Do you know what the ambiguous 0 represents? 0 is usually treated as a base number, but under what conditions would a base number be ambiguous? The answer is temperature, Zach. Yes. 0 degrees Fahrenheit is minus 17.7 degrees Celsius, and 0 degrees Celsius is 32 degrees Fahrenheit. You'd be hard-pressed to find a more ambiguous 0 than that.
So probably...
The question is, does our 0 refer to Celsius or Fahrenheit? Let's think for a moment. We're in Louisiana. Which measurement system do we use here in America?
That was clearly meant for Japanese players to be like, wait, what? How do they measure things in America? I'm guessing it's food delivery services with frozen stuff. I kind of like this. I almost wish there were more options because it's really obvious. At least with the first one. This one I'm less sure on, but I'm like 90% sure.
The clerks in food delivery services.
But kind of deciphering the oracle would be really fun, and I kind of wish the player got to do more of it on their own instead of York just kind of piecing it together.
That's got to be it.
But still, that's really fun.
Even with this blazing sun in the sky, they can easily keep the temperature below freezing. Be honest now, Zach. You knew the answer from the very start, didn't you?
I will say I did not guess food delivery service from ambiguous 0. $15 for an Oracle Decryption bonus.
And how about that Unga? What a mysterious character. His oracles may end up determining how much time we spend in this town.
He's going for a cigarette. Why is it so dramatic?
Sorry, boss, but this is a smoke-free
Oh my
hotel.
lord. Is this where he gets the sticker from?
If you're dying of smoke, head out the entrance and you'll find a smoking area in the rear parking lot.
Don't tell me. You're the
At
bellboy.
your service, boss.
David, you are a bellboy.
Are you good friends with the concierge and the chef?
We work at the same place, yeah. But, I can't really say whether we're good friends with each other. We're all professionals, though. Nothing more, nothing less.
I believe we've struck gold here, Zach. It just screams deep south, actually. No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it really doesn't. That's a...
This is all his child.
I love that David is already just kind of a wacky
So,
character.
if I want to smoke, I should go out the entrance and around to the rear parking lot?
Bada bing, bada boom.
Okay. I'll play by your rules.
I was kind of really hoping... It looks like his lighter does not currently have a no smoking sticker on it, which it does in Deadly Premonition 1, which I effing love. I don't know why, but I love that so much that he has a lighter that has a no smoking sticker on it. I was kind of hoping David was going to walk up and just slap a sticker onto it. And that might happen later in the game, who knows, but...
You can tell this town was built by...
I'm actually a little bit sad that his lighter doesn't have the sticker yet. I hope he gets it in this game.
Wait, maybe they just didn't. Either way, this town clearly forced nature to bend to its rules. A perfect symbol of the human condition.
I guess
Yes,
Swery
I
really likes
feel
talking about the human condition in
all
this
the
game.
sins that have been committed here. Can't you, Zach?
Also interesting that the map, unless I am getting my Louisiana geography wrong, that map is not pointing north. Which is interesting.
Hiya, boss. How can I be of service?
David, this hotel is pretty impressive. Why, thanks, boss. We're proud of our hotel here, yes we are. I can see why. Speaking of which, did you happen to take a peek at the decorations in the bathroom on the first floor? I did them myself, I'll have you know. If you haven't, then go take a look. Oh yeah, and we're also really proud of how strong our water pressure is. York did not comment on the water pressure after he took the shower, so we don't know. Meaning, hey, this is South, boss. Doesn't take long to drown yourself in sweat. Catch my drift? That is true. Anyways, we made sure to set our shower's water pressure to high. Well then, I can't wait to experience it. I may just have to try it out tonight. You did already experience it, York. I actually kind of prefer Deadly Premonition 1's speeding up the text, but not immediately making it all show up. I'm kind of sad that it just pops up there. I can call for the concierge. Oh, that's how I get him to change forms. And I imagine if I go up to the kitchen, he will just automatically become the chef.
We always strive to provide our guests with the finest of service, sir. Our humble, bucolic town does have its inconveniences. Shopping in particular can be a bit of a slog. Therefore, we decided to provide a modest selection of daily necessities right here at our very own front desk.
That makes sense.
Great.
See,
Sounds convenient.
Polly didn't really explain why she had an egg. Wait, no, she didn't sell the egg. The egg was in her microwave.
Exactly.
I appreciate that he's like, yeah, shopping is weird in our town, so we just sell stuff here if you need it. Mint gum to get rid of your BO by a decent amount. So I guess our suit cleanliness and then our body's cleanliness are two separate things in this game.
It is my greatest pleasure, sir. Please do let me know if there is any other way for me to assist you.
Alright, I think we're ready to go. Find a spot where it's below zero, get a strike. Let's go bowling first. Let's take it easy. We're technically on vacation. God, yeah, it looks like there is a body on a stick, but I can't tell if that's actually what it is or if it's just the weird geometry of the tree. I imagine that will be revealed at some point, because it's already been established that the red tree is important. Also, just even the camera angle, it's such a foreboding loading screen. I really like it. I hope it's still loading and the game didn't just crash. Okay. Give it a minute. Yeah. It'll get there.
Compared to non-smokers, smokers have a 4.7 times greater chance of getting lung disease. You know that means it's more likely than getting asbestos poisoning?
The risk of death from lung cancer is actually much lower than what you think it is. In fact, it's tiny when compared to heart disease, strokes, and pneumonia. We're always surrounded by easy ways to die, you know. Some people even get randomly struck by lightning and die right there on the spot.
Then I reckon you also know that secondhand smokers have 1.3 times greater the risk compared to smokers?
Of course.
So you won't mind paying the damages when I die of lung disease? How about writing that in a contract for me? You got a pen, right?
I like her. She can stay. Wait, he's not stopping smoking. He is actually writing a contract saying, "If I promise to protect you from
all
what?
the evil in our world." Oh, that's stupid. By the way, what's your name?
FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan.
There he
Please,
is.
just call me York. That's what everyone calls me.
Is something wrong with you? Adults ain't supposed to act like that. I only asked for your name so I can write it on the contract. You should have been able to figure that out if you're a real FBI agent like you said. Come on, sign here. Right here on the paper.
Just as I thought, Zach. This contract paper, it's a Sang Rouge wrapper.
That's the drug.
Sang Rouge is here, too. This must mean that Sang Rouge is connected to the Lise Clarkson murder case somehow. This is a sprawling case that's spread across the entire South. It's within our jurisdiction, Zach. We'll need to steal the right to investigate from the local authorities
Even
at
his
once.
own.
By the
He
way,
even
miss,
called it stealing.
What's your name?
Patricia Woods. But I gotta write my name myself, or else it won't be a real signature.
Patricia Woods. Okay, so she was mentioned in the Aaliyah section,
Tell me, Patricia.
and they couldn't find
Does
her.
this town have a sheriff? Or is it under the jurisdiction of the nearest city police?
Perfect timing. Well, go on and steal it if you want it. I
What?
was just thinking about how this is way out of my daddy's league.
Thank you for the information, Patricia. Okay, Zach, it's time to get to work. How should we seize control from the sheriff this time?
Basic controls. Even a special agent needs to stay sharp when it comes to the basics. Run, crouch, dodge, melee attack, and red room. Okay. Yeah. So this is the general store van. Oh, and I got a little objective that says, okay, that's pretty neat. Ah, there's my sprint. I found it. Man, this
Hey,
game's laggy, and I love it.
My daddy's still in the parking lot. I thought you were gonna steal the right to investigate from him. Hurry it up.
I'm just messing with the controls. This is how I steal the right to investigate. Didn't I have a dodge feature? Oh, whoops. I didn't mean to do that. Got another vision. Let's call him. Alright, who's our wacky character this time?
Hey there. So, you're the fella from the FBI I've been hearing so much about. I'm Melvin. They call me the sheriff around here.
Melvin Woods.
FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan?
Okay.
But call me York if you can.
If you can.
That's what everyone calls me.
New take.
Huh? Well, all right. Mr. York. How's that sound?
Fine by me.
I'm sure you figured this out, but our town's a small one.
It's a square.
Yeah. Folks are already busy spreading gossip about how some FBI agents come to town. Now, I reckon you came from the city. What was it? D.C., L.A., or New York?
The only 3 cities in
Anywho,
America.
in the city, it's normal not to know who your neighbor is. Fella who moves in next to you could cook up a dozen folks in his backyard and no one would bat an eye. That's the city for you. Now, I never lived in one myself, but I visited them a few times, so I know what it's like. All pigs must die in the city of wolves. Yeah! Now, does that sound badass or what? I bet you... I know, CLG. I'm just trying to make a little small talk, that's all.
So that line was definitely not written
Anywho,
in the summer of
around these parts,
2020.
everyone knows each other's name. So lots of folks get leery when they see an étranger like you. And since it's my duty to protect the town, I thought I'd stop by and say hello.
Zach, it looks like this sheriff is quite the happy-go-lucky type.
Also less
Clear indication
goofy
of just how peaceful
than
this
I
town is.
expected given the van.
Melvin, about the Lise Clarkson
I
case.
knew you were here for that case. Can't put one past the FBI. So they even got eyes on the smallest of towns like us, huh?
Our world is filled with information, and it's all within their grasp. FBI, the Federal Bureau of
The camera zooms for this
Investigation.
one. I like how all three of these characters look at the other two and we're like,
I know.
they're weird.
You're
Whatever.
fixing to take the lead, then go right
I'm pretty
ahead.
sure each of them has
I'm just a
shrugged
humble
at the
sheriff
other
of a
two
tiny
at one
little
point
town.
in this cutscene
My
already.
jobs are to stop my neighbors from beating the piss out of each other and listen to old folks complain. Honestly, this whole murder case has been weighing me down. So I'm gonna give you my full
murder
cooperation.
tends to do that. It's
Mr.
kind of a
Special
downer.
Agent, sir.
Well, Zach, that was anticlimactic. I didn't even get to use my secret weapon.
Wait, what's the secret weapon? I want to
Melvin,
know.
There's a cold storage warehouse on the southern end of town, isn't there? I'd like to get permission to enter it.
Say what?
You want to see where the body's being kept, right?
Oh, I get it now. Lisa's body, yeah. Now, that's what I call a special agent. You've already figured that much out. But, I'm not too sure that, going down there at this point is really gonna help much. You know?
Explain it yourself, Daddy.
That's incredible. I don't believe this. Amazing. Did you hear that, Zach? They put the body in a cold storage warehouse. This is fantastic. Insanely fantastic.
Really? Well, how about that? Well, all right then. I'll head on down to the warehouse ahead of you and make sure we get permission to search it.
Sounds good.
The management company only keeps the warehouse open during certain hours, so you'll have to come during those hours. I ain't looking to create any further disturbances. So be on time. Got it? Come on, let's roll, CLG.
I'm gonna walk home, Daddy. I still got another stop to make.
Oh, if you say so, sweetie. She's a real sharp one, as you can see, so I try to stay out of her way. Well, all right then, York. I'll see you at the warehouse.
Alrighty. We got Melvin. Oh man, the frame rate's bad. I love it. Okay, do I have a skateboard? Also, it seems like I am allowed to do either. What time is it? Okay, we have all day to get to the warehouse, so I still actually want to go bowling, if I can help it. Which would be M12, which is actually pretty close by.
Hey, you.
Yeah?
You ain't secretly cutting kids up and sticking them into jars while you work as an FBI agent on the surface, are you? Or using your FBI connections to sell kids to child trafficking organizations?
Good lord.
I've arrested people who've done both, but I've never engaged in either of those activities myself. Of course, I have imagined doing such things in order to learn more about the psychology of the criminals I deal with.
Man, I have more thoughts
It
on
was just a joke. Why are you getting all serious? And don't tell me what you imagine, or else I'll get scared of you for real. Hey, can I come with you? You signed a contract with me, remember? And besides, I'm kind of worried about my daddy.
Do whatever you like. This is America, land of the free. But I have one condition.
What condition?
Don't ask me about Zach.
Don't ask me about Zach.
Yeah!
It's a private matter. Zach, it
I
feels
love
like
Deadly
she's
Premonition.
carrying something with her. Kind of reminds me of you back when we first met. I can't leave.
That's not good.
You feel the same way, don't you?
That's bad if Patricia reminds you of Zach when you first met. That means That means there's something happening with Patricia. Yeah, okay. When the location is closed, its icon will be grayed out. That's handy. That's helpful. It looks like the main quest and side quest icons are identical, except the side quest might be slightly smaller.